Welcome. This is a poster presentation for APHA 2020, a national survey of pharmacist burnout and engagement measured using the Professional Fulfillment Index. I'm Matt Witry from the University of Iowa. A little background on burnout. It can be associated with work dissatisfaction, turnover, and quality of interactions. And we can measure each of those three using the Professional Fulfillment Index. It's a validated burnout measure akin to the Maslach burnout inventory. This study had two objectives: to describe pharmacist burnout and test the associations between the Professional Fulfillment Index and likelihood to leave the job. Briefly, the methods. It's a sub-analysis of the 2019 Pharmacists Workforce Survey, which was delivered this time electronically to almost 100,000 pharmacists using a three-contact approach. There are a lot of different variables. The PFI is 16 items that uses 5-point domains to measure burnout. We also measured self-reported likelihood to leave their current job in the next year, also a 5-point scale. We calculated Cronbach's alphas for each measure and looked at the correlations between the PFI domains and the 5-point item assessing likelihood to leave the job in the next year. So there were almost 5,000 responses for the PFI. On average, pharmacists reported moderate levels of fulfillment, which is good, but there was variation. Over half of pharmacists reported that their work is meaningful. However, 32 and 33% reported a lot or totally feeling emotionally or physically exhausted or burnt out. Interpersonal disengagement was less prevalent, with only 13% reporting a lot or totally less connected with patients. So here are these data across settings. So we see community pharmacist is a little more burnt out and less fulfilled on each domain. Here we can see across settings in the community and then hospital as well for comparison. So again, independents seem to be faring a little better than our chains. And the same goes for professional fulfillment. So independents a little more professionally fulfilled than our chain pharmacists. Community pharmacists had PFI ratings consistent with greater work exhaustion and interpersonal disengagement. Among community pharmacy settings, independent and small chain pharmacists reported lower work exhaustion and higher professional fulfillment. Pharmacists with greater exhaustion and greater disengagement reported a significantly higher likelihood that they would leave their job in the next year. So here we can see those correlations. Reducing burnout appears meaningful in promoting pharmacist retention. Larger pharmacy chains could seek to emulate independent pharmacy workplaces to boost fulfillment and lower exhaustion. Interpersonal disengagement appears to be resilient, but could it be a risk with increasing burnout? So in conclusion, pharmacists reported moderate levels of fulfillment. Work exhaustion was more prevalent than interpersonal disengagement. Burnout in all domains was associated with greater likelihood to leave the job. And that concludes the presentation. Thank you.